And Tigers fans, get ready. It's time for buckets, blocks, spills, thrills, steals, and slams. Thunder! Tuskegee basketball is next on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Now, let's go courtside with the call. Here's...
Next up is number 23.
And we are live on the campus of Central State University in the Beacom Lewis Gymnasium, getting set for Golden Tigers basketball on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Glad you could join us for our coverage from Wilberforce, Ohio. The Golden Tigers, this is women's basketball tonight. They come into tonight's ball game winners of their last 10 in a row, 10-1 after their last 11 games, and 12-1 over the last 13 ball games. So to say that this team is on a roll is an understatement. Head coach Deontay Wester and the Golden Tigers, number 1 in the West of the SIAC. They get set to meet the Lady Marauders of Central State, who are 4th in the West, a team that Tuskegee has played earlier in the season, and Tuskegee defeating the Lady Marauders 69-49 at Chappie James on the Tuskegee campus. So this is a season rematch, and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee trying to make it 11 straight and trying to finish the remainder of the season on a run. Right now with 10 in a row, they can go up to as many as 13 if they'll win here this afternoon, play on Saturday, and one more ball game next weekend. That would be a phenomenal finish for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Glad you could join us here in Wilberforce, Ohio. Charles Ward with the play call on the Golden Tigers Sports Network after coming off a fabulous weekend at the NBA All-Star weekend with the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee defeating Morehouse in men's action. We are on the road on a Monday here in a cold Wilberforce, Ohio, as the Golden Tigers get set to meet the Lady Marauders. Golden Tigers at 15-8 on the season and 12-4 in the SIAC. They'll meet the Lady Marauders, who are 10-11 and 8-7 in the SIAC. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, they are 11th in scoring in the conference, but first in defensive scoring in the SIAC and 15th in the nation in scoring defensively. From the floor, Tuskegee shoots at 36%, 9th in the conference, but first defensively in terms of field goal percentage on the defense, and they are 12th in the nation in that category. Tuskegee 7th in the conference in three-point scoring, but they are 4th, or 36th, that is, in the nation overall, and 4th in the SIAC. So some very impressive defensive numbers for head coach Deontay Wester and the Golden Tigers. That defense, just like the men's team at Tuskegee, that defense really turns into the offense for Tuskegee as they unfold on the floor, and you just get the chance to witness that in terms of running teams almost all the way down to the shot clock, creating a lot of turnovers, and then getting that offense in motion. Golden Tigers come into this ball game after defeating the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State on Saturday before coming here to Wilberforce, Ohio, in a ball game that the Golden Tigers won 77-62. That ball game played in the Exum Arena at Kentucky State University. And of note in that ball game for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, with a handy win in that contest, Alani Cantone with a good performance in that ball game, had 27 points and 7 rebounds and 2 assists. And we make note of that because Alani comes to Tuskegee University from having played in that Kentucky State system for a couple of years. So Alani really with a goodbye present for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State with her performance for the Golden Tigers and that win for the Golden Tigers to take them to their 10th win in a row. They'll put that 10-win record on the line here against the Lady Marauders of Central State. Central State coming into this ball game at 10-11 overall. Categories that they excel in defensively. They are from field goals in terms of shooting. They're 8th in the conference in shooting, but defensively they are 2nd in the conference and 13th in the nation in field goal defensive performance. So this is going to be a ball game that really centers around the defense for both of these teams. with Tuskegee at number 1 and the Marauders of Central State at number 2 in field goal defense inside the SIAC. The Marauders of Central State come into the night's ball game after having lost to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill on Saturday 55-48. So they'll come into this contest 1-1 in their last 2 ball games and looking to right their ship. They have a few more ball games left in the season than do the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. I think they've got about 3 more on their schedule before the season elapses. Right now, getting set for the national anthem here in the Beacom Lewis Arena. We'll take a break here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the SIAC, and this is Golden Tiger Sports Network.
In communities where leaders are forged and legacies are born, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference proudly celebrates the accomplishments of current and former students. From the playing field to the boardroom, they are the next generation of entrepreneurs, doctors, and executives.
Leaders rise here. Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
Leaders rise here.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University Basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
Visit alabamapublichealth.com/IMM.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities. Healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional.
Back live here inside Beacom Lewis Gymnasium on the campus of Central State University, getting set for women's basketball action. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee getting set to meet the Lady Marauders of Central State. Let's take a look at the TNT fireworks starting lineups. We'll begin with the Lady Marauders of Central State. They will go with the senior, Abigail Peterson from Springfield, Ohio. Peterson, 8 points per ball game for the Lady Marauders. She'll be joined by Michaela Williams, a freshman from Dayton, Ohio. Williams at 4.3 points per ball game for the Lady Marauders of Central State. Layla Christmanson, the senior from Cincinnati, is in the lineup. She averages 3.1 points per ball game. They'll be joined by Cameron Nadir, the senior from Dayton. Nadir at 4.5 points per ball game. And rounding out the 5 for the Lady Marauders is the senior Carolina Morose. Morose from Greensboro, North Carolina. She averages 1.4 points per ball game and 1.7. So it's Peterson, Williams, Chrisman, Nadir, and Morose, the starting 5 for the Lady Marauders. The Lady Marauders coached by Anitra Cole. She's in her first season. And the Lady Marauders are 10-11 and 8-7 in the SIAC. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University, they'll shape it up this way. It'll be the senior from Opelika, Alabama, LaDasia Hughley, in the TNT fireworks starting lineup for Tuskegee. LaDasia at 4.6 points per ball game. Alani Cantone, the grad student from Apopka, Florida. She'll start, just taking over the lead position for the Golden Tigers from the floor, averaging 11.4 points per ball game, 13th in the conference in scoring. Cyan Holmes, grad student from Evanston, Illinois. Cyan at 4.7 points per ball game. She will start in the rotation for the Golden Tigers this afternoon. Brittany Bolden, first team all-conference, a grad student from Trophy Club, Texas. Brittany at 11.2 points per ball game. Leads the team in assists with 2.4 per outing. And rounding out the 5 for the Golden Tigers, it's Jasmine Manuel, the grad student from St. Louis, Missouri. Jasmine at 7.7 points per ball game and leads the squad in rebounding with 6.5 per outing. So it's Hughley, Cantone, Holmes, Bolin, and Manuel. The 5 for head coach Deontay Wester. Coach Wester in her second year, affectionately known as Coach Penny. Her Golden Tigers 15-8 and 12-4 in the SIAC, first in the West, and she's assisted by Montel Jones and Nadia Thorman McKee. So the starting lineups, the TNT Fireworks starting lineups, been introduced to Tuskegee on the road this evening. They are dressed in their black trunks and jerseys, lettering and numerals in the gold, checkered crimson on the trunks and jerseys, taps up, and we're going left to right. First 20 minutes of play. The Lady Marauders with the basketball, and they miss on the lay-in on the inside to get things started. Half-court set for Tuskegee now. We're not in Oakland Arena this week. We're here at Central State University for women's basketball. That's a holdover from the weekend. Good performance out there, but looking for the same here for the women at Central State. Bolin with it now. A correction, that's Brittany Bolin with it. Out to Cyan Holmes. Cyan with the jumper out front. Missed on that, and the Marauders go back the other way. Just on the way here, first period action. Women's action only this afternoon on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. The men on the road, they will be here at Central State tomorrow. We'll have that coverage on GTSN as well. So the Marauders on a half-court set, they go left to right. They'll work it inside the paint. Spinning left side is Chrisman, and a whistle inside. I believe they call that foul on Cyan Holmes for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Cyan picks up her first. Team foul number 1, and that'll send Chrisman to the line to shoot here for the Lady Marauders of Central State. Central State at 66% shooting from the line as a team. Chrisman comes in shooting at 56%, 5 of 9 shooting, and she got the first free throw of the ball game and gets the first points of the contest. Senior night here and Breast Cancer Awareness Night here at Central State University. And Chrisman with that first free throw got them both from the line. So the first points of the ball game go to Central State. They jump into full court pressure. Up the floor, Healy had it tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Golden Tigers, and they'll inbound it just at the mid-stripe. Far side of the floor, Tuskegee goes right to left on your listening device. Hughley with it out front now. LaDasia working it, had it kicked out front by Diamond Phillips. And it'll stay with the Golden Tigers. Phillips not reported to being in the lineup, but the senior from Warren, Ohio, got the start for Coach Cole and the Lady Marauders. Out front, Hughley with the basketball, picked up there by Phillips. She'll work it left side. Hughley lost it, and Phillips took it away. You could sense that coming. Phillips with a good defensive stand. Runs the lay-in left side, but missed on the shot. Rebound at the block to Jasmine. And Tuskegee coming back the other way, trailing 2-0. Pep band to our right. Tuskegee in a half-court set. Cantone works it across the floor to Bolin. Brittany back over to Halani, and Halani surveys. Running jumper left side, and Cantone with the field goal for Tuskegee. Had 27 against Kentucky State on Saturday, and she's leading the team from the floor with 11.4 points per ball game. Almost taken away by Tuskegee, and now it is. Cantone stole it at the mid-stripe. Right side to the glass, and she's fouled on the inside by Chrisman. So Halani to the line to shoot. Chrisman with her first personal. Tied at 2 each. Tuskegee on a 10-game win streak. 10-1 over their last 11 ball games, 12-1 over their last 13. What a way to try to finish the season. Cantone from the free throw line, shooting 2. Halani left the first of 2 on the front of the iron. One more coming. Series between these teams, the 19th meeting since they met in 2004. Tuskegee leads the series 10-8 as Cantone got the second of 2 free throws. Halani from the line at 66%. 1 of 2 that trip. Full court pressure by TU. Across the timeline, Phillips works left side for Central State. Central State predicted to finish 7th in the West, doing better than that at this point. Right now, 4th in the West. First-year head coach Anitra Cole, and an air ball out front there on the shot. That one taken out front by Brownell, and she missed on that shot. Jacqueline Brownell, the senior from Dayton, Ohio. She, too, not slated to be in the starting lineup, but she is on the floor. Across the timeline comes Tuskegee now. Half-court set as Cantone handles. Pulling out defensively is Peterson. In the corner is Hughley. LaDeja works it to the top of the key. Tries to work off of a screen. Left side, up top to WBB. Brittany surveys now. 5 to shoot. Brittany left side got some space with the jumper. Knocked it down for Tuskegee. Brittany with a good look there on her first field goal of the ball game for Tuskegee to make it a Tuskegee lead here. And back the other way, the Lady Marauders turn it over. Tuskegee with a 5-2 lead. Outlet pass tapped out of bounds on a Nadir hit it. It'll stay with Tuskegee. Half court set for TU now. Hughley works it up top. Right side to Cantone. At the block, they go to Jasmine. Jasmine to the rack. Missed on the shot. Good defensive effort down low for Brownell for the Lady Marauders. And they come back the other way. Tuskegee with a 5-2 lead. Central State with the basketball. Phillips handles out front. Left side now up top on the pass. It's Nadir. Nadir to the rack. Missed on the shot. Rebound at the block. Brittany Boland for Tuskegee. Holmes up the floor now quickly to Cantone. Alani underneath the defense, and Cantone got the lay-in. She's got 5 for Tuskegee, and TU leads at 7-2. Full court pressure by Tuskegee. Lady Marauders across the timeline with a pass to Phillips. 5:50 remains, first period of play. Glad you could join us on GTSN, Tuskegee basketball. Right side to the rack, shot, and the spinner is good on the inside by Nadir. And she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot. Tough shot by her, ranging right side. And she got the lay-in. They call the foul on Cyan Holmes, and Cyan has picked up her second personal here early in this first period of play. So she will come off the floor for Tuskegee. And Sine Bobbitt, 3-point specialist for the Golden Tigers, out on the floor. Sine plays extremely good defense as well for Tuskegee. With 5:44 remaining, she reports for the first time in the basketball game. So Nadir at the line to shoot for the Lady Marauders, and she converts on a 3-point play with the free throw. 7-5 lead for Tuskegee, full court pressure. Boland right side got some space, jumper. WB missed on that shot. Rebound backside, Abigail Peterson for the Lady Marauders. Outlet pass to Phillips. Now right side, Nadir with a jumper. This time missed on the line drive. Cantone with the rebound for Tuskegee. She'll run it up the floor near the mid-stripe. Slow things up there. She'll work it left side. Now back to the top. 17 to shoot in this set. 5:09 left, first half of play. On the move, Manuel inside. She's tied up inside the paint. Jump ball is going to be called. It'll stay with Tuskegee on the arrow. And TU with 11 to shoot now. Tuskegee leading 7-5 with 5:04 left, first period of play. Brittany Boland to inbound it. Left of the cylinder for Tuskegee. Pushes it inside to Jasmine. Jasmine left side to the rack and banked it home. Nice job by Jasmine on the move inside. Got her first field goal. Tuskegee takes an 8-5 lead. Or a 9-5 lead after that basket. Half court set Peterson and the Lady Marauders now. Just in front of their bench on the far end of the floor. They go left to right in the first 10 minutes. 4:43 remains, first period. Tuskegee up 9-5. Phillips with it out front for the Lady Marauders. 7 to shoot. Nadir, jumper, missed at the foul line. Basketball collected by Bobbitt. Bobbitt up the floor to LaDeja. LaDeja outruns the defense, and Hughley got the lay-in right side. That's just quickness on behalf of LaDeja. She was in a foot race, and she won that one for her first field goal of the ball game. Tuskegee down with an 11-5 lead. Half court set for Central State. They work it on the inside to Blow now. She'll turn with the jumper. Missed on the shot. Peterson got the rebound. She lost it on the floor. Double B goes to the floor, clears it up for Tuskegee. Got it over to Hughley. Now Hughley up the floor for Tuskegee now. We're at 3:56 left first period. LaDeja lead behind for Bobbitt. Sine lost it momentarily but regains. Now they try to work it inside the Manuel at the left block. Boland on the move instead. Bounce pass, wrap around to Manuel. Back to Boland. Boland missed on the shot at the base. Cantone able to knock it off of the feet of Phillips. And it'll stay with Tuskegee. Alani with a great job of hustling down at that baseline. And a timeout on the floor with 3:39 remaining in the first half. Tuskegee with an 11-5 lead. We'll take a break here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable from my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present myself in ways that can help me get opportunities, that help me fix things that may not be right. And I think that's really just the best skill that I've learned here that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
Look forward to your bright future. Apply to Tuskegee University today.
I'm Rolandus Rice, Chief Operating Officer and the Vice President for Student Affairs at Tuskegee University, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
So good to see Dr. Rice and the entire administration from Tuskegee out in San Francisco for the HBCU All-Star Classic, and so good to have the Golden Tigers win that ball game in that Classic against the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Over 10,000 on hand to witness that HBCU All-Star Classic, and a great showing there by Tuskegee and Morehouse for bringing their fan base out to San Francisco. We're back live here in Wilberforce, Ohio. Tuskegee after the timeout with the basketball. They lead 11-5. Out top Hughley in the corner. Jumper there. Bobbitt. She's fouled on the three-point effort. So Sine to the line to shoot here for Tuskegee. Golden Tigers 10-1 in their last 11 ball games. Just 2 remaining in the regular season. Trying to see if they can't finish it out and go 13-0 in the last 13 of the season. That would be quite a feat for Tuskegee. And you talk about momentum coming into the SIAC tournament. If Tuskegee is able to hang on and keep that first place spot in the West, they'll have a bye in that first round of the tournament, which is kind of a play-in. And they won't have to play in at Chappie James, so they will go straight to Atlanta for basketball action later in the week when the tournament gets underway. Sine missed on the first 2 from the free throw line. And Sine, the senior from Killeen, Texas, with 1 more coming. Leads the team from behind the arc at 33%, 20 of 62 shooting from three-point range, and she got her first point of the ball game here on that last free throw. Tuskegee, 12. Lady Marauders, 5. Full court pressure for TU now. Central State has it in the backcourt. Deshante Miller out on the floor. She worked it across the floor with a pass to Diamond Phillips, a senior from Warren, Ohio. Now Abigail Peterson on the move. Got some space up top with the jumper. Missed on the long-range shot, but the rebound came to Phillips. She's doubled back to Peterson. They push it across the floor now. McCowan with it. And on the inside, they got it. And a basket working on the inside was Miller. Miller with her first field goal of the ball game. That'll make it 12-7. Tuskegee leads, 2:55 left. Alexandria Johnson, the senior, out on the floor now for Tuskegee, gives it over to Cantone, top of the key. 12 to shoot. Cantone left side. Draws a double there. Got it back to Alexandria. 7 to shoot. Manuel. Alexandria fires a three-pointer. Missed on the shot. Rebound. Backside Diamond Phillips. Phillips with the quick step across the timeline. Right side for Central State. Jumper out front. That one's off the mark. Rebound. Bobbitt up the floor to LaDeja. LaDeja cross dribble. Reverse lay in. Missed there. Cantone got a rebound. Works it back out front to Alexandria. Across the floor, Bobbitt. Bobbitt for three. And Sine missed on that shot. Jasmine got a hand on it, but it was tapped over to Phillips in Central State. LaDeja took it from her. LaDeja underneath, missed on the shot. Lead behind inside for Alexandria. Good fake there. And Johnson got the lay in for Tuskegee. Good defensive effort there by LaDeja Hughley. LaDeja 1.7 steals per ball game. Got a wrap there in the backcourt. Missed on a shot, but got it to Alexandria. She could assist on that. And AJ with the basket. Whistle on the penetration right side by Phillips. Back on the other end of the floor for Central State. And Alexandria too close defensively, and she'll pick up her first. Phillips, don't believe she was in the process of shooting, though, although she is standing at the free throw line. Looks like they are going to say that she was, and she'll be at the line shooting for Central State. Phillips, 75% free throw shooter, 42 of 56 coming in for Central State into today's ball game. Got the first one. So Phillips with her first point of the ball game. That'll make it 14-8. Tuskegee still leading it. And Phillips set for the second. She's got them both from the line. A couple of substitutions out now for Coach Webster. Samaya Mackin out on the floor for Tuskegee. Imani Johnson out on the floor as well. So it's Imani Johnson, Sine Bobbitt, Alexandria Johnson, Brittany Boland back out there, and Samaya Mackin, the five for Coach Webster in Tuskegee. Imani works it out front with the basketball now. Over to Boland, right side, just in front of the Central State bench. Boland back up top, Alexandria. Sine now with 9 to shoot. Imani with the basketball. Across the floor, they work it on the move. Johnson down at the block to Imani. Imani tried to reverse lay-in, blocked at the base by Brownell. A good ball movement by Tuskegee. They'll get a fresh 20 as a result. Imani left of the cylinder to inbound it. Coach Webster trying to make sure that everybody's getting into the play mix here because they all are going to be needed during tournament time. Imani Johnson set to inbound at the sophomore from Hercules, California. Pushes out front. Bobbitt for three. Sine missed on the shot. Inside, that was a shot clock violation. The shot clock was showing 20, but they had reset it, and it was down to about 2 before Tuskegee was able to get that shot airborne, not able to do so before the violation. 1 minute 15 left, first period of play. Tuskegee with a 14-9 lead over the Lady Marauders of Central State. Phillips in the backcourt, trapped there. Tuskegee full court pressure. Central State comes across the timeline with a pass right side to Catherine Jones. Now back out front to Diamond Phillips. She'll work it left side just in front of the Tuskegee bench. Now they turn it inside the Brownell. Down low and deep, and a whistle down low on a lay-in attempt by Nadia McCowan, the senior, and she is fouled on the inside. I think they called a foul inside on Sine Bobbitt. Sine picks up her first personal. And at the line for the Lady Marauders, it's Nadia McCowan, the senior from Atlanta. And she hit the first free throw. So McCowan with her first points of the ball game. 78% free throw shooter, 21 of 27 before her first trip in this ball game. And she hit them both this trip for the Lady Marauders to make it a 14-11 score with 52 seconds left first period of play. Trinity Layton out on the floor now for the Golden Tigers. She will inbound the basketball. Across the timeline, Boland with it. Up top to Imani now near the mid-stripe. Imani wants to push it left side. Now back across the floor to Johnson, the right side. Boland back up top to AJ. Entry pass Trinity. Trinity near the free throw line with a jumper there. Spins it, but fell off the mark. Had a good look. Missed on the shot, though. Rebound cleared by Brownell, the senior. And here comes Central State. They trail by 3. They wrap it up on the inside, and they'll be going back to the free throw line as they work it inside to Miller. And Miller's fouled on the inside. They call that on Brittany Boland, and Boland's picked up her first. And right now, Central State taking advantage of their height on the inside. Tuskegee's lead now 14-11. And from the free throw line, another free throw is good. Miller knocks that one down. She'll have one more coming. She's got 3 already in this first period of play. And the second free throw's off the mark. Rebound cleared by Samaya, and Tuskegee back the other way, leading by a field goal with 18 seconds left. Boland, left side, Johnson for 3. Alexandria knocks it down for Tuskegee. She's got 5. She's coming off a 15-point performance against the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. 5 to shoot now. Phillips slides inside, and Samaya Mackin commits the foul inside the paint. Tuskegee just slow to get over there defensively. Head of steam by Phillips, and Samaya just a step slow to try to cut off a path, and she picks up the personal. So Phillips at the line to shoot. Samaya with her first. 2.9 seconds left first half. Tuskegee leads 17-12. Most of the damage for the Lady Marauders has come from the free throw line. They have been there a lot in this first period of play as Phillips misses that first one. First period action here from the Beacom Lewis Gymnasium. Phillips for the second of 2. And Phillips got 1 of 2 from the line. So Tuskegee with 2.9 seconds left. See if they can get one off. Instead, it was stolen in the backcourt. Phillips missed on the 3-point shot. So if we end the 1 period here from the Beacom Lewis Gymnasium, Tuskegee leads at 17-13 over the Marauders of Central State. We'll take a timeout. Second period action after this break on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. We are Tuskegee University basketball, and we are here to remind you.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative health care measures to protect you and your family from disease.
Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule.
That's why it's crucial to take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations.
Golden Tigers fans, let's all do our part and get back on track.
Protect yourself and others by making sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines.
And that includes respiratory virus vaccine.
Tuskegee fans, don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information,
visit alabamapublichealth.com/IMM.
Golden Tiger fans, this is Jordan Benson, your Sports Information Director, and thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go TU!
And go TU indeed. Tuskegee leads at the end of first period. Tuskegee leads at 17-13 over the Marauders of Central State. Tuskegee in that first period of play, 7 of 17 shooting. Take a look at some of the numbers there on our screen. We can get some of our reverb as we take a look at these numbers. Tuskegee from the floor, 7 of 17 shooting, 2 of 5 from the free throw line. We reference the Marauders of Central State. Central State, 9 of 11 shooting from the free throw line at 82%, and just 2 field goals for them from the floor. But they have stayed in this basketball game by virtue of going to that free throw line an inordinate amount in that first 10 minutes of play. 10 minutes on the clock, second period action underway. Central State with it in a half-court set. They go left to right. They'll have it left side and a whistle on the play. A blocking foul called on Alexandria Johnson, trying to maintain left side on a penetration by McCowan. So Alexandria's picked up her second personal. Tuskegee in the first 10 minutes of play out-rebounded the Lady Marauders 11-9. Turnovers 3 for Tuskegee, 4 for Central State. Inbound pass for the Lady Marauders in a half-court set now. Tuskegee up by 4. Phillips with the basketball out front. She'll work it right side to McCowan. McCowan, top of the key, got some space. Rattled the jumper there, but missed it. Jasmine got the rebound. Outlet pass, Alani. Alani with the quick step right side. Challenges all the way in. Went up top to Mackin. Boland across the floor. Hughley for 3. LaDeja missed on the shot. Rebound tapped by Cantone. Tuskegee over to Boland. Double B with the jumper, front of the iron. Cantone with another rebound. And another 20 here for Tuskegee on the shot clock. Entry pass, Mack and Samaya. Right side, back to Boland. Up top, Cantone, Halani. Jumper left side on the iron, and it falls good for Cantone. She's got 7 in this first half of play. Good look by her left side to knock it down to extend Tuskegee's lead to 19-13. Backcourt pressure, Cantone with the steal, right side. Got to lay in after the steal on the right side of the cylinder. Full court pressure by Tuskegee, rattling the Lady Marauders a bit here. It's Jones comes across the timeline for Central State. Up top, Phillips with the basketball. Tuskegee's lead now 21-13, just underway here, second period action. 8:30 remains. Air ball shot there, backside rebound, chased down, and knocked out of bounds by Central State. Here comes Tuskegee back the other way. 8:27 remains, first half of play. We're live from the Beacon Lewis Gymnasium on the campus of Central State University. Golden Tigers basketball on GTSN. Charles Ward here with the call. Eric Tabor in our studios. Cantone behind the arc, right side for TU now. On the move out front with the basketball. Mackin trying to set a screen. She'll have it foul line extended with Sree. Didn't take the jumper there. Cantone, she'll work it left side. Running jumper by her. Missed on the shot. Mackin with the rebound. Samaya underneath the defense. Missed on the shot. And the rebound corralled on the inside. And a whistle as we go back the other way. They'll call the foul on Samaya. Trying to get back in to get that offensive rebound. But commits the foul instead. That's her second. 7:56 left here in this first half of basketball. Tuskegee remains in full court pressure as McCowan throws it across the timeline. Dangerous pass, but they got it to Jones in the half-court set. Now Phillips handles out front. 7:46 left first half. Tuskegee with the lead. 21-13, and a throwaway there by the Marauders. Here comes Cantone, right side. Alani all the way through the rack, missed on the shot. Mackin got a rebound. Samaya missed there. Fights for a second effort, and she's fouled over the back. Good job by Samaya to keep that basketball alive, and a foul over the back by Bronow. So Bronow's picked up her first. I don't believe Samaya was in the process of shooting, so there will be Tuskegee's basketball. It's Katarina Maros, the senior, slated to start. She's on the floor now. Boland pushes back out front to Cantone on the inbound pass. 17 to shoot. Cantone slides right side. She's got 9 in the first half. Handles out front. 8 to shoot. Now on the move left. Hughley in the corner, 4 to shoot. LaDeja bounce past Jasmine. Jasmine underneath and back the other way. Tuskegee ran that basketball all the way down at the end of the shot clock. The bounce pass inside, a little bit too late for Jasmine to pick it up off the floor and go to the cylinder. So it's over to Central State now. 21-13 TU leads with 7:05 left first half. Just women's action this afternoon on GTSN. Men traveling for the All-Star weekend back here this afternoon, and they will play tomorrow here at Central State. We'll have the coverage for you right here on the home for Golden Tigers basketball, GTSN. So the infraction on the other end of the floor, Tuskegee able to inbound the basketball. They come into a half-court set now. Central State turned it over, lost it out of bounds. Hughley down in the right corner for Tuskegee. Slides all the way through. Whistles there inside by Rose trying to catch up with LaDeja, but Katarina is a little bit slow, and they'll get her for the foul at the block. LaDeja deking at the free throw line, trying to see if they will let her set for free throws. Instead, it'll be inbound by Boland, left of the cylinder. Brittany looking inside, pushes back out front to Alani instead. We're at 6:34 left, first half of play. Tuskegee enjoying a 21-13 lead over the Lady Marauders of Central State. Second meeting of these squads this season. Cantone at the block, lead behind Jasmine on the inside. Missed on the first shot, got her own rebound, and fouled on a putback, so Jasmine will go to the line to shoot. Call that foul on the inside on Miller. So Miller's picked up her first, and that'll send Jasmine to the line. Jasmine, fifth in the SIAC from the free throw line at 74% shooting, and she knocks down the first for Tuskegee. So Jasmine with 3 points here, first half of play. Jasmine 7.7 points per ball game, 6.5 rebounds, 13th in the conference in rebounding. Knocked down that second free throw. She's got 4. And the Tuskegee lead now up to 23-13, their largest lead, 10 points in the basketball game. Morose in the backcourt, Tuskegee in full court pressure. Pass batted near the mid-stripe by Bolin. It'll stay with Central State. They'll have it in a half-court set now with 6:14 remaining first half. Far side of the floor, it'll be McCowan to inbound it for Central State. Bolin to defend the inbound pass. They'll push it in the backcourt to Abigail Peterson. Hughley meets Peterson across the timeline. Left side with the basketball on the move now. It's Nadir. Nadir all the way through. Leans back with a jumper, and she was able to get that one right side. She's got 5 in this first half for Central State. That field goal makes it 23-16. Manuel inside, pushes back outside LaDeja. LaDeja down in the corner. Helani on the move. Lead behind Bolin. Back to Helani. Back to Double B. Double B for 3. Got a look. Missed on the shot. She'll follow it and got a rebound. Down at the block, Sine. Nicely done on the follow by Bolin. She'll get the assist. Bobbitt with her first field goal. She's got 3. Tuskegee pushes to a 25-16 lead. Peterson runs it down in the backcourt. Cantone trying for a steal near the mid-stripe. Peterson handles out front, left side to Nadir. She's on the move, left side. Nadir to the rack, this time missed on the shot. Bobbitt runs down the errant shot, up the floor to Cantone. Alani, middle of the floor now, lead behind the boat to Brittany, and Brittany back to Cantone. Under 5 minutes left first half. Right side, Hughley pops out for the basketball. Sine out top. Nadir went for a steal. Cantone at the block left side. Morose catches up with her. 6 to shoot. Helani fires a 3. Front iron on that shot. And the rebound cleared by Nadir for the Lady Marauders. She'll put it on the floor right side. Hughley tapped it and took it away. Deja back the other way. A foot race. They can't catch up with her, but she missed on the lay-in. Bobbitt got the rebound, and Sine is fouled hard on the inside. And Sine will go to the line for Tuskegee. Good transition steal there by Hughley on the half-court set for the Lady Marauders to get the steal. On a break, she got down on the other end, missed on a lay-in, but Sine following, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line, but she'll do that after this timeout. 4:22 remains first half. Tuskegee with a 25-16 lead. Timeout here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Tuskegee fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Reginald Ruffin, Director of Athletics, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
He's also the Executive Director of the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Without him, we would not be here. Athletics Director Reginald Ruffin, outstanding job at Tuskegee and an outstanding showing to rally all the troops out to San Francisco this weekend. And you talk about an alumni showing from the chapters out in Los Angeles and the Bay City, and from the Atlanta chapter, and the Tuskegee fans from all around the nation gathering in the Oakland Arena for a fantastic showing. The NBA has got to be beside itself to see the type crowd that was there for that HBCU All-Star Classic. 4:22 remains here inside the Beacom Lewis Arena at Central State University. First half action. Tuskegee leads. Sine Bobbitt at the line shooting, and Sine got the first of 2 from the line. She's got 4 in this first half of play. Tuskegee from the floor, 10 of 30, 33%. 1 of 8 from behind the arc with 1 Vibes Restaurant 3.3 field goal. Bobbitt got both field free throws there. They are 6 of 8 from the free throw line after those 2, and they lead at 27-16. They stay in that full court pressure. Central State whistles and a travel violation in the backcourt. Miller got caught up there. That pressure by Tuskegee creates that turnover. Turnover number 9 for the Lady Marauders of Central State. Tuskegee will have the basketball. Tamea Mancuso, the junior from Vallejo, California, out on the floor now. Tuskegee in a half-court set. Hughley with it right near the mid-stripe. She'll work it right side, down in the corner now to Boland. Boland to Bobbitt, back to Brittany. Now up top, Alexandria. She's out on the floor. She handles out front. 4 minutes left, first half of play. Tuskegee vying for their 11th straight win of the season. Right side, Bobbitt. Sine on a move, and they'll get her moving too quickly on a travel violation. Turnover number 5 for the Golden Tigers. 3:52 left, first half of play. Tuskegee with a 27-16 lead. If it seems like I'm straining just a bit to get the score, scoreboards are awkwardly situated here. One behind the backboard to our left, and it's senior night, and there's a bouquet of balloons blocking the Tuskegee side of the scoreboard to my right. So having to do a little bit of gyration to get to the scoreboard. Of course, I guess I could just look here on the GTS screen. It's right there. Eric's got it right in front of me. 3:34 left, first half of play. Tuskegee leads 27-15. Peterson with it, half-court set for Central State. Shot clock at 3, and another turnover there by that Tuskegee defense. We mentioned to you in the pregame, this defense is number 1 in the SIAC in terms of scoring and field goal defense. 15th in the country in scoring defense and 12th in field goal percentage defense. And they're going to have that basketball again, I believe. Now, think what happened here. Correction on that. The Lady Marauders took a timeout before a turnover. 3 seconds left on that shot clock, and they were nowhere near approaching the basket on that play, so they took a timeout. It is senior night here at Central State University. They recognize some of their senior players, and it is also Breast Cancer Awareness Day here at Central State. And it looks like both coaches got the memo. Anitra Cole, she's dressed in a pink sweatshirt, and Coach Ciante Wester, as a shot clock violation take place there, she's dressed in a pink dress for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Take a look at some of the numbers on the screen. Sorry about that. Some of the numbers for Tuskegee. We'll take a look here. 10 of 30 shooting from the floor at 33%. 1 Vibes Restaurant 3-point basket. 6 of 9 shooting from the free throw line. The rebounding edge in the favor of Tuskegee. Turnover edge, Tuskegee, half of those that Central State has. 4 assists for TU, and 9 Wind Creek Casino Montgomery fast break punch for Tuskegee. Bobbitt leans on the inside, missed on a shot there. Rebound cleared at the block by Bronow. Out on the floor now for Tuskegee. Danielle Bolton, the junior from Chicago, handles the middle of the floor. I believe Danielle actually took that shot on the inside. Mancuso with it now, half-court set now for Central State. Across the floor, and they throw the basketball away. Bobbitt comes away with it, AJ. Alexandria runs the floor left side. Jumper left side. AJ spins it but missed it. Danielle kept it alive. Back to Johnson, and the Tuskegee will have another look here. Alexandria had it tapped, almost taken away, but it'll go out of bounds and stay with Tuskegee with 11 to shoot. For the Marauders of Central State, they are 3 of 16 shooting from the floor. They've stayed in this ball game to the point that they have from what they've done at the free throw line. 82% shooting at 9 of 11. Right now, Tuskegee with the 27-16 lead and a basketball. They have 11 to shoot. Boland back out on the floor, just in front of us here at our vantage point. Hughley across the floor. Bobbitt for 3. Sine shot that one hard. Rebound tapped around. Reset there at 20. Boland for 3. Double B. Spinner down and came out. Tough break there for Boland on that one. That one was down all the way and popped out of there. So much rotation on that one. That one kicked out. Boland with 1 field goal in this first half. She had 11 points and 7 rebounds in the win against Kentucky State. Entry pass at the block. Back up top, LaDeja. LaDeja back to Alexandria. Now on the move. They're trying to get it to Daniela. Bobbitt there at the block. She's there, but they collapse on it inside. Bronau knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuskegee. 9 to shoot for TU. Boland left of the cylinder for Tuskegee to unbound it. Looks to the inside, cutting Bobbitt to the glass, and they missed on the shot. Danielle over the top, able to keep it alive. Fresh 20 for Tuskegee. They go back inside. This time a reverse lay-in by Sine. That one won't fall either. Phillips fouled in the backcourt by AJ. So Alexandria's picked up her third in this basketball game with 1:46 remaining in this first half. Hughley off of the floor for Tuskegee. Cantone back out there. Correction, Trinity Layton trying to hustle out on the floor. She won't make it out. Cantone did get back out on the floor for the 5 for Tuskegee. Pat Peterson on the move now, right side. Pushes back across the floor. Now working left side. Mancuso down at the block. And a foul called at the baseline. Bobbitt's going to be guilty of that foul down low. She's got 2. 1:31 remains first half play. Tuskegee enjoying a 27-16 lead over the Marauders of Central State. Back out there on the floor now for Coach Wester, Alyssa Green-White, the junior from Hyattsville, Maryland. Alyssa averaging about 5 minutes per ball game in terms of play. Peterson just in front of the Tuskegee bench. Almost stepped out of bounds, and she's going to be fouled on a penetration down at the block. They call the foul on Danielle Bowden. Danielle's picked up her first, and that'll send Peterson to the line to shoot for Central State. 1:26 left first half of play. Tuskegee right now 10 of 36 shooting from the floor as Peterson got them both from the line. Those are first points of the ball game. Boland, or Layton, that is, across the timeline over to Cantone with 1:16 left first half of play. Right side, Trinity looking to the inside, trying to get it down low to Bolton if she can. Goes back out front instead to Boland. Boland had it taken away by Phillips. She'll run the floor left side. Missed on her lay-in. Trinity there to collect the rebound for Tuskegee, and she'll be fouled in the backcourt. 57 seconds left first half of play. And Trinity headed back the other way, and she'll be shooting from the line for Tuskegee. 27-16 lead, Tuskegee, with 57 seconds left in the first half. Trinity, the sophomore from Miami, to shoot. Trinity, perfect from the free throw line. She's only been there 3 times, but hit all 3 of them. Chance to see if she can't keep that mark perfect for the season. Trinity for the first. Got that one to fall. So her first points of the ball game. And the sophomore from Miami set for the second of 2. Tuskegee 7 of 10 from the arc of the free throw line. And Trinity rattled the second one, and that popped out of there. So her first miss of the season from the free throw line. Mancuso or Phillips had it tapped in the backcourt. Bolton runs it down just in front of the Tuskegee bench, but threw it away, trying to get it to Boland in the middle of the floor. So good job by Danielle to take that basketball, pirouetting the sideline, but not able to control that pass back into the court. So with 44 seconds left, the basketball belongs to the Lady Marauders. Tuskegee with a 28-16 lead. Half court set now. Nadir with it. She'll work it near the free throw line. Leans back, steps back with a jumper. Nicely done by Cameron Nadir. She's got 7 in the first half at Central State. She's got good form. The senior from Dayton. Alessa Green-White handles in the half-court set for Tuskegee. Now Cantone out front. 13 seconds left first half. Shot clock is off. Tuskegee can try to get one before the buzzer. Cantone lead behind. Boland lost it momentarily. 3 to shoot. Layton, right side. Trinity turns. Got it airborne. Rimmer off the mark at the buzzer. So Layton can't convert that field goal before the buzzer, but Tuskegee converting a good first half of basketball. They lead by 10, 28-18 over the Lady Marauders of Central State in first half action from the Beacom Lewis Gymnasium at Central State University. Tuskegee trying to go 11 in a row. Good start in the first half. They lead by 10. We'll take a break here on GTSN.
This is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Home, where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own. Home, where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own.
Hi, Tuskegee fans. I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go, Tigers!
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Tuskegee fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not going to be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity, but the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. And hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. There's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just got to give them a chance.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Purpose, progress, people.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable from my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present myself in ways that can help me get opportunities, to help me fix things that may not be right. And I think that's really just the best skill that I've learned here that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
Look forward to your bright future. Apply to Tuskegee University today.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game. Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
Home, where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own.
Hi, Tuskegee fans. I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go, Tigers!
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Tuskegee fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not going to be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity. But the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. Hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, to make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer.
We are back live inside the Bacon Lewis Arena, getting set for second half action. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee leading it over the Marauders of Central State. At the break, Tuskegee with a 28-18 lead. Take a look at some of the first half's numbers as we get set for second half play. Tuskegee in that first half, 10 of 36 shooting at 28% from the floor. 7 of 11 from the free throw line. 1 Vibes Restaurant 3-point basket. And they led in the rebounding, 28 for Tuskegee in that first half. 4 assists, 7 turnovers, 9 fast break points. Wind Creek Casino fast break points. We'll get with the Marauders after this beginning of play here, second half. Tuskegee with the basketball first, and they all have it on a half-court set. They go left to right in this second half of play. Cantone with it down in the corner. Cantone finished with 9 in the first half for Tuskegee. She's got it on the move. Pushes it to Holmes. Holmes back to Kalani in the corner. 10 to shoot. Cyan with the jumper. Missed it there. Air ball. Rebound is loose on the floor. It'll stay with Tuskegee. But TU with just 4 seconds to get this basketball airborne. Just in the way here, second half. Charles Ward with the story. 9:33 remaining here in this third period of play from Central State. Tuskegee, 10 ball games under their belt in a row. Trying to make it 11 straight here. Brittany Boland pushes it out front and threw the basketball right over to Diamond Phillips. Phillips runs to the floor left side, and she missed on a lay-in. Basketball controlled at the block. Getting back in play down there for Tuskegee was Hughley, and Hughley able to get it back to TU. Boland across the timeline now. Brittany in that first half, just 1 field goal. Marauders of Central State in the first 20 minutes, 4 of 8 shooting from the floor, 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Hughley with it out front for Tuskegee. Tuskegee going left to right in this final half of play, and Hughley throws the basketball away. Phillips back the other way for Central State, and she obliges by throwing it over to Alani Cantone, and Tuskegee takes it right back. So Alani out front now, guarded by Phillips. Manuel trying to set a screen and bumped out front by Diamond Phillips was Cantone. So Phillips picks up that personal. That's her first personal in the ball game. She finished with 3 points in the first half for Central State. For Tuskegee, Hughley had 2 first half. Bobbitt with 5. Cantone 9. Johnson with 5. Layton with 1 point. Brittany Boland with 2. And Jasmine Manuel with 4. Hughley bounce past Jasmine. Down in the corner. Cantone left side. Just in front of the Tuskegee bench. Jumper there. Shots off the mark by Cantone. It's loose on the floor and picked up there by Chrisman. And here come the Lady Marauders of Central State. 8:21 left. Third period of play. Tuskegee with a 28-18 lead. Half-court set. Abigail Peterson handles for the Lady Marauders. She's one of the seniors that was recognized here tonight on senior night for Central State. We'll have senior night for Tuskegee on Saturday from Chappie James. And pass down at the block and good execution there by Brownell after the assist from Peterson. And Brownell with her first field goal of the second half. Cantone right side got some space with the jumper. Missed on the shot. Jasmine had it at the block. Took some tumble there. And she was knocked out of bounds at the block, so the basketball will stay with Tuskegee after Jasmine keeps it alive on the TU end of the floor. Fresh 20. Brittany Boland to inbound it. Pushes it inside to Jasmine. Back up to Cantone. Now right back inside to Jasmine. Jasmine inside. Good defensive work. Now going to be called for the foul on the inside. Got some body contact down near the midsection there. And they'll hit her for the foul. That's her second. So that'll send Jasmine to the line shooting. Looked to be a good defensive stop by Bronow. But body contact will send Jasmine to the line. Jasmine with 4, first half of play. And she's shooting here. Jasmine rushing that first one just a bit and missed it. Jasmine, good on the second from the line. She's got 5 in the contest. 7:43 remains in the third. Tuskegee with a 29-20 lead now after that free throw. Half court set now for Central State. Peterson with the basketball. She'll penetrate left side all the way through, but left it short of the cylinder. Rebound, Jasmine. Jasmine fouled in the backcourt. Diamond Phillips. Part of that contact there, but looks like she got the worst for the wear there. She's down near the free throw line in the backcourt. Foul was called against Central State. Looks like they called the foul on Bronow in the backcourt. That's her third. Officials gathering near the midcourt now. And Diamond Phillips took a hard fall there inside of that contact. 7:24 remains in the third. Tuskegee will run it off from you starting on January the 11th. That's when the 10-game streak started. They beat Lemoyne, beat Albany State, defeated the Lady Marauders of Central State, who they're playing here tonight. They defeated Kentucky State on the 20th of January, then Miles on the 25th, Lane on the 27th, and in the month of February, they got Spring Hill on February 1st, Miles on the 8th. They got them twice in the regular season. Miles came in ranked number 1 preseason in the West. They were leading when Tuskegee played them the first time. Tuskegee knocked them off. They still remain in the lead, but after Tuskegee got on the second time, the throne went to Tuskegee in terms of leading the West. Then they defeated Lane again, and they got Kentucky State again on Saturday. So that's been the route for the Golden Tigers to run off their last 10 in a row, their last 12 out of 13. You got to go all the way back to January 6th against Edward Waters on the road to find the next Tuskegee loss, and they lost that ball game only by 7, 50-43. We thought coming into this season with all these different players coming into the program that it would take a while for Coach Wester and this group to gel, and that has held true for Tuskegee. They have really found their rhythm, and they have ticked off win after win after win in this second half of the season. They called a technical foul out of all of that, and Abigail Peterson's shooting the technical for Central State. Not sure who that technical was called on, as Peterson got both free throws, and they are going to have the basketball. Trying to see if we can get some clarity about who the tech was on. And Central State will have the basketball. So they'll get the advantage there. 29-22 after the 2 free throws. And they'll have it in a half-court set. Chrisman, right side, blown out. She missed on a jump shot there. Boland clears for Tuskegee in the backcourt. Double B across the timeline now. Trying to work off of a screen by Cyan. Left side in the corner. Cantone with it. She's on the move. Peterson guarding her. Alani, right side on a weave, and they throw the basketball away. Peterson and Hughley finally takes it back for Tuskegee. Still 7 to shoot for TU, though. Hughley with it. Runner toward the glass, and she's fouled. LaDeja with that quick release. Everything by her is quick. And she's fouled. She'll be at the line shooting for Tuskegee. They called a foul on Bronow, and Brownow's picked up her 4th. And LaDeja, she had 2 points in the first half. She's at the line shooting here for Tuskegee. So LaDeja can extend the Tuskegee lead. Just such a good vibe at Tuskegee with basketball at the moment. The men with a great job over the weekend at the HBCU All-Star Challenge as part of the NBA All-Star Weekend. They'll come into this ball game as Hughley missed that first free throw, but the rebound to Cantone and a fresh set. The men will come here tomorrow for men's action from Central State. And Hughley back the other way. They're going to get her for the foul on the inside and wave off a basket that she had, and she'll pick up a foul instead. Tuskegee's men, second place of the West. They'll be here against the Marauders tomorrow. We'll have the coverage on GTSN. They'll look to finish their season strong, too. Cantone stole it in the backcourt for Tuskegee. Boland in the corner, double B for three. Back of the iron on the shot. Jasmine runs it down for another 20 for Tuskegee. Back to Boland. Double B back up top to Jasmine. Now Cyan wants it on the inside, but Jasmine tied up inside the paint instead, though. Jasmine just wrestling that basketball away. The jump ball on the arrow. It will give it to the Lady Marauders of Central State. And Diamond Phillips just being roughed up a little bit there, going up on the inside. Couple of trips down the floor. She's contended with some of the taller players and bigger players on the floor. And that time she got kind of sidearmed there inside and wrestled to the floor by Jasmine. No harm intended there, just Jasmine trying to wrestle that basketball free, trying to get it free from a jump ball. And there's Cyan Holmes with a steal near the mid-stripe. Hughley, right side underneath the cylinder, had it reflected off the cylinder, and we go back the other way. And the foul called on LaDeja again. Same scenario as before. She was attempting a lay-in, missed on the lay-in, and was trying to get back into play to get the basketball and commits the foul. So back-to-back errors by LaDeja there. And the basketball over to Central State with 6:09 remaining in the third. And Tuskegee up to this point has only managed 2 points since the start of the second half. Backcourt Nadir with the basketball. She'll come across the timeline right side. Streaks inside and lost it on the floor to Boland. Boland up to Alexandria Johnson, who took Hughley's place in the lineup after the personal. Alexandria out front now, backpedals near the mid-stripe. AJ across the floor to Cyan. Now to Double B in front of the TU bench on the move. Double B to the glass, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot. Brittany, first team all-conference. No reason to believe she won't be first team as the season ends. She's turned in a great performance for Tuskegee in her final year. 11.2 points per ball game average. She's 14th in the conference in scoring. 12th in the conference in assists at 2.4 per ball game. 9th in the conference in steals at 1.8. She leads the team there. And second in the SIANC in minutes logged per ball game, averaging 34 minutes per outing for TU. On the first free throw, rattled and missed it there. 5:41 remains in the third. TU leads 30-22. Boland named to their Eurobasketball.com Women's Final Four showcase, so she'll have the opportunity at the end of the season to show her wares to European teams with the chance of perhaps playing overseas to continue her basketball career. No reason to believe that she won't. She got the second free throw. She's got 3 in the ball game. Tuskegee's lead 31-22. Not again as Peterson got a field goal there. Her second of this second half. She's got 5. She cuts the deficit with that jumper to 31-24. Boland across the timeline now. Left side AJ. AJ down in the corner. Back out Cantone. Alani with 16 to shoot at the block. Jasmine inside. Good defensive work by Brownell with a block. Leads to a run out by Phillips for the Lady Marauders. Over to Peterson. Up top with the jumper. Chrisman, she missed there. Cyan clears for Tuskegee at the block. And over to Double B. We're under 5 minutes left. Third period of play. Tuskegee, not a lot of scoring in this third, but still leading. AJ, left side, up top Jasmine. Back out to Boland. Boland trying to work off of a screen. Turns to her left in the corner. Cantone for 3. Alani missed on the shot. Backside rebound cleared at the block by Chrisman. And here come the Lady Marauders with 4:34 remaining in the third. Lid's kind of closed on the cylinder for Tuskegee thus far in the third. Nadir circles up top for Central State. Back across the floor now to Bronal. Bounce pass in traffic and they throw it away. Jasmine picks it up for Tuskegee. Take a look at the turnovers in just a moment for Central State. Numbers got to be adding up there pretty quickly for them. That's Johnson in a half-court set now. In the corner to Cantone. Alani got some space inside across the floor. Double B with a jumper there. And Double B finally gets the seal off of the basket on the other one. The jumper there for Tuskegee. She's got 5. And that'll make it a 33-24 lead for TU. 3:50 remains in the third. Across the timeline comes Phillips for Central State. Lead behind for Nadir. 4-3, and she knocked it down for the Lady Marauders. Nadir, she's got 9 in the ball game. Tuskegee with 3:34 leads. Bolden across the timeline. 33-27. Inside the paint, AJ lost it inside, and it was kicked, and the basketball over to Central State. So Tuskegee turns it over. Central State with 17 turnovers, but that turnover belongs to the Golden Tigers with 3:25 remaining. And it comes before a media timeout here inside the Bacon Lewis Gymnasium. We'll take a break with TU leading 33-27.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hi, I'm Billy Knight, former general manager of the Atlanta Hawks, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Back live here inside Beacon Lewis Gymnasium at Central State University at the break. Numbers for the Marauders of Central State, 12 of 15 shooting from the free throw line at 80%. They're 7 of 25 from the floor at 28%. And look at Tuskegee. This third period has really knocked down their shooting percentage from the floor at 11 of 44 down to 25%. A lot higher than that in that first half of play. 1 3-point field goal for each team. Rebounding edge to Tuskegee. Turnover 17 for the Marauders, 12 for Tuskegee. Fast break points 9. Wing Creek Casino Montgomery fast break points for Tuskegee. Assists 5-4. Tuskegee with 5 as the Marauders inbound the basketball after the timeout. 33-27. Tuskegee leads it. Central State with the basketball. TU's led it all the way. Peterson with it in a half-court set now for the Lady Marauders. Works at top of the key. Lost her dribble. Across the floor. Jumper out front. The three-point shot is off the mark. Nadir got a rebound. Tries for a putback. Tied up on the inside by Mackin. Jump ball will send it to Tuskegee. Tuskegee, only 5 points in this second half of play so far. Full court pressure now. It's Johnson with it in the backcourt over to Bolden. Bolden across the timeline to Sine. Sine across the floor to Cantone. Good spread of the floor by TU now. Bobbitt, right wing, up top to Bolden. Bolden backpedals near the mid-stripe with 13 to shoot. Mackin sets a screen. Bobbitt back up top to Samaya. She's on the move. Left side almost threw it away, but Cantone regains 4 to shoot now. Alani lost it in traffic, got it, turns to the cylinder, creased it there, but the rebound over to Central State. And here comes Peterson, but Cantone tapped it in behind, got it over to Bolin, back to Halani. She was at the block and missed on a shot. Definitely fouled there, but no call. Peterson back the other way for Central State now. She'll run the floor. Down at the block, Bronal. Bronal to the glass, missed on the shot, got her own rebound and a putback for Central State. She's got 6, and the lead for Tuskegee has been cut now to 33-29. Bolin across the timeline now for Tuskegee with less than 2 minutes left in the ball, third period. Johnson with the jumper, missed on the shot, and the long rebound comes to Central State. Central State Back the other way now, and the Deer across the timeline over to Diamond Phillips. They can make it a 1-point ball game with a field goal here. Nadir circles up top. Now to Peterson. Bounce pass, jumper right side, and she knocked it down. So Central State has quietly come back into this basketball game. Tuskegee's lead now is just down to a field goal. Cantone in the corner. Tuskegee needs a basket to quiet things here. 1:14 left in the third. They lead by 2. Cantone right side. Now on the move at the block. Head fakes to the cylinder, and she drew a foul from Nadir. So Nadir picks up that personal, and that'll send Cantone to the line. LaDasia Hughley back out on the floor now for Coach Western. Suddenly we've got a basketball game here inside Bacon Lewis Gymnasium. Tuskegee, their largest lead of this ball game, was 12 points. That was 4:22 in the second period. But things have gone radically downhill since then, starting in the third. Cantone with the first free throw. That one in the cylinder and pops out of there. Only one tie in this ball game. That was at the beginning. Tuskegee's led all the way. Cantone got the second free throw. So she's got 11, her first points of the second half. 64 seconds remains in the third. Half court, Jones in the backcourt. Now they come across the timeline and they throw it right over to Brittany Boland. So Tuskegee back the other way now. Double B near the free throw line. Right corner, LaDasia on the move. At the block, Mackin, Samaya. She's fouled by Brownell, and that's going to be her 5th, I believe, for the Marauders of Central State. No, they got her only for 4. Last announcement, they said it. They had her at 4 then. But right now, with only 4 showing for Brownell. No, that was number 5, yeah. Yeah, I had her at 5, and now the scorers table confers with that or agrees with it. And Brownell fouls out of the basketball game. 50 seconds left in the third. Samaya with the first free throw, and she missed that one. Samaya, the junior from Columbus, Georgia, transferred from Southern Union. 72% free throw shooter. Tuskegee's lead 34-31. Mackin for the second. And she missed the second as well. Rebound cleared on the inside, and Central State back the other way. Chrisman got the rebound. They go quickly back the other way. Across the floor they come. McCowan for 3. Back of the iron on his shot. A long rebound at the block, though. Miller got it there. Tied up there, and Cantone took it away for Tuskegee. Good anticipation by Helani to get that basketball. 27 seconds left in the third. Cantone fouled down the floor by the senior McCowan as she comes across the timeline. So McCowan with her second personal, and Tuskegee will have Cantone at the line to shoot. Has not been a pretty third period for Tuskegee, yet they still lead 34-31. 24 seconds remains in it. Taking a look at the other side of the arena as Cantone missed on the first. See, the Golden Tigers basketball team has made it here inside of Beacom Lewis Arena, getting set for their action tomorrow here against the Marauders of Central State. Cantone 1 of 2 from the line there for TU to extend the Tuskegee lead. 35-31 with 21 seconds left. And a whistle in the backcourt and a foul. Boland and Cantone converged on Phillips, and one of them will be guilty of the foul. They'll call it on Helani. Helani's picked up, that's her first personal non-shooting foul, and it'll be Peterson far side of the floor to inbound it for Central State. In the backcourt with 19 seconds as Phillips handles. Hughley back there. She can steal it if she can get a look at it. She's low to the floor defensively. Out front now. Up top with the jumper. McCowan missed on the shot. Rebound tapped around. Bobbitt got it for Tuskegee. 3 to shoot. Cantone won't get it airborne. They'll just run this final seconds out here in the third. So we've come to the end of 3 here inside of the Beacom Lewis Gymnasium, and Tuskegee leads by a thread, 35-31 over the Marauders of Central State. We'll take a break here, bring you the fourth period on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Are you looking for education that leads to career success and something more? We are Tuskegee University, one of the nation's top-ranked HBCUs. We believe in education to fulfill your purpose. Here, you work hard because you dream harder. By pursuing your purpose, you will make a difference. Are you ready for something big? Let's get started.
I am Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief Athletic Director, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Thank you so much, Deborah, and thank you for your extra hard work out in San Francisco, pulling all that together for Tuskegee. Great job by you to get just everything so extremely well organized. Tremendous job. Thank you so much for your effort out west, as she does every day for Tuskegee University. We head into the fourth period here inside the Beacon Lewis Gymnasium, Central State University. It's a good one. Tuskegee trying to make it 11 in a row, but they have a challenge on their hands with the Lady Marauders of Central State. Right now, Tuskegee leads at 35-31 as we take a look at some of the numbers. That shooting percentage for Tuskegee steady falling in the wrong direction at 24% now at 11 for 46. Marauders at 29 at 9 of 31. From the free throw line, both teams with 12 made free throws, 23 efforts by Tuskegee, 15 for Central State. And behind the arc, each with 1 3-point field goal turnovers, 21 for Central State, 13 for TU. Into the fourth we go. Phillips works it left side with the basketball to Chrisman. Chrisman slides top of the key, goes right side or left side with the pass now to Miller. Miller on the floor inside, lost their dribble. Back out front, 3-point shot, front of the iron on the shot. They try to run it down in the corner, and taking a tumble here just in front of us is Layla Chrisman. Chrisman gets up a little bit gimpy there, but back out onto the floor, and the basketball over to the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Tuskegee leads by 4. See if they could get something going on the offensive end of the floor now. Bobbitt runs it down. Instead, they throw the basketball away. Hughley trying to lead Bobbitt and just let it right into the hands of Chrisman. So the turnover sends it back to Central State, and a foul down at the block. They call the foul on Jasmine Emanuel down low. Jasmine picks up her first personal. That's number 2 on Jasmine for Tuskegee. And it'll be right of the cylinder for Phillips to inbound it for Central State. They dump it inside. They almost throw it away, but into the hands it goes to Miller. Miller in the corner now to Phillips. She'll circle back up top. They go right back inside to Miller, one-on-one against Jasmine. Lost her dribble, back out to Chrisman with the jumper, and she knocked it down. So Chrisman makes it a 1-point ball game with that field goal. 35-33, Tuskegee leads by a field goal with less than 9 minutes remaining. In the corner, Bobbitt. Bobbitt back out front, almost threw it away. Hughley with the basketball, and she almost lost it. Tuskegee just a little bit disheveled right now. They get a foul there from Diamond Phillips out front. Phillips with her second, and Tuskegee's got to settle a little bit here. 8:48 remaining in the contest. They lead it 35-34. Correction, they got that at 36-34, a 5 lead for Central State, but the basket on the inside for Tuskegee. Right now they're showing it at 30, it should be 37-35 is what the score should be, but down low, Chrisman with another lay-in. That'll make it 37-36 with that basket, but they don't have the score right here on the scoreboard on the inside. Bobbitt out front now over to Cantone and back out front to LaDeja. Yeah, Coach Wester looking at that scoreboard now, and we're going back the other way with an offensive foul called on a screen out front by Bobbitt. Now they're checking the score on the other end of the side of the floor here. I think they're getting close to getting it right. One of them showing Central State with 30-35. Showing 37-36. Yeah, they finally got it right here on the scoreboard with less than 8 minutes remaining. And the Marauders with a chance to take a lead if they get a basket this trip down the floor. McGowan with it out front, works off of a screen right side all the way underneath and lost it out of bounds. Manuel touched it last. It'll stay with Central State. They'll have 12 to shoot. Tuskegee led by as many as 12 in this ball game. But the Marauders of Central State have come roaring back in this contest, and they trail by a point. Third period belonged to them in terms of scoring. They inbound the pass to Peterson. Peterson at the glass, and she's fouled by Cantone. So Peterson from the free throw line with a chance to give the Lady Marauders a lead here with 7:40 remaining in the contest. It's 37-35. They still don't quite have the right score up there yet as Peterson got that first free throw. Now it's at 36-37. Now tied at 37 after she got both free throws. So with 7:39 remaining, Tuskegee in a dogfight to try to get their 11th win of the season in a row. Hughley across the timeline now. She'll work it left side in and outside the paint. Right side, Cantone. Helani behind the arc. She'll penetrate right side. Jumper there by Helani. And she got the basket for Tuskegee. The senior knew they needed to quiet things down, and she did so here. Let's see if Tuskegee's defense, the number one defense in field goal percentage defense, if they can rise here a little bit and make a couple of stops against Central State. Phillips, right side, on the move. Jumper there by McCowan, and she locked it down. It's a three-pointer by McCowan for the Lady Marauders, and they take a lead. Tuskegee back the other way. Boland in the corner. Leaves Sine. Sine to the rack. Banked it from the front of the cylinder to get the basket for Tuskegee. So Central State back the other way now. Tuskegee with a 41-40 lead. 6:30 left in the ball game. Chrisman at the foul line pushes back out front to Phillips. Lady Marauders trying to do the unthinkable here to defeat Tuskegee to break their 10-game win streak. On the move is McCowan. In the corner, Peterson. They dump it down at the block to the glass, and they got Miller underneath, and Miller got the basket. Tuskegee trails now 42-41. Hughley half-court set now, less than 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Bobbitt set a screen right side. Cantone gave up on the three-point shot down. Bobbitt going to set a screen again. Now she'll drop back to the inside. 7 to shoot. Helani right side on a penetration to the glass. Missed on the bank shot. Jasmine had a hand on it. Out of bounds at the block on Miller. It'll stay with Tuskegee. They'll have a fresh 20 to shoot with 5:39 remaining in the ball game as Cyan Holmes makes it back out on the floor. Bobbitt takes a seat. Tuskegee trails by a point, 42-41, and we come to a timeout here with 5:39 remaining in the ball game. Tuskegee took the timeout. They trail by 1. We'll step out as well on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the SIAC, and this is Golden Tiger Sports Network.
In communities where leaders are forged and legacies are born, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference proudly celebrates the accomplishments of current and former students. From the playing field To the boardroom, they are the next generation of entrepreneurs, doctors, and executives.
Leaders, rise here. Leaders, rise here.
Leaders, rise here.
Leaders, rise here.
Back live here inside the Beacom Lewis Gymnasium. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee in battle, engaged in a good one here. They trail 42-41 to the Marauders of Central State. Boy, 5:39 remaining. You got a 10-game win streak on the line here. Tuskegee led by as many as 12 in this basketball game. But a disappointing performance from the floor in the third period allowed the Marauders to get right back into the contest. And right now they lead at 42-41 over Tuskegee. Head coach Benji Taylor and the Golden Tigers Tuskegee here inside Beacom Lewis Gymnasium. See if they can bring some of that positive momentum from San Francisco with them here. Tuskegee trailing by a point as Brittany Boland sets to inbound the right of the cylinder for Tuskegee. And looks like Coach Cole is taking a timeout for Central State. After they saw that set from Tuskegee coming in after a timeout, or maybe something official at the far side of the floor, doing something at the scorer's table, so they sent the players to the bench. 5:39 remains. Tuskegee, 10-game win streak. They are 10-1 in their last 11 ball games, 12-1 in their last 13. But this is in jeopardy of coming to an end here if they do not get things going here, trailing right now to the Marauders of Central State. Right now they're showing 43-41 on the scoreboard, and the officials, just the scorer's table over there is having such a difficult time getting the score right. We know we have it right at 42-41. But they may be questioning that last field goal to see if that was a three-point shot or not. Definitely was not a three-point shot by Chrisman. But right now they're showing 43-41, Central State with the lead. But we definitely have it at 42-41. It was only a one-point spread after that last field goal. Now they get it right on the scoreboard at 42-41. So Peterson, Phillips, Miller out on the floor. Also out for the Marauders, it's McCowan. And they got Chrisman coming out there as well for Tuskegee. They got Cantone, Holmes, Manuel, Hughley, and Boland. Boland set to inbound at the left of the cylinder for Tuskegee. Tuskegee with a full 20 on the shot clock as Boland looks to the inside. Pushes it back out front to LaDeja. And Peterson will pick her up out there. LaDeja on the move left side. Back out top to Jasmine. Jasmine back to LaDeja in the corner. Up top they go to Boland. Boland left side. Head fake up top Jasmine now. 6 to shoot. Jasmine right side Cyan. She'll have to put it up. Air ball by her. Basketball belongs to the Lady Marauders of Central State. Tuskegee had the floor spread that time, just did not get the look they wanted on the inside. And Cyan had to hoist it before the buzzer. 5:18 left. Basketball over to Central State. They lead it by a point. Here comes Phillips across the timeline now. Hughley guarding her there. .506 left. Peterson with it. She'll circle top of the key. 14 to shoot for Central State. Lost it there. LaDeja angling for it, but she can't come away with it. Now they got Miller free under the block, and Miller got the lay. Tuskegee committed to that turnover near the mid-stripe, and Miller was down underneath. Nobody there to cover her. So Central State takes a 44-41 lead now with 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. Right side, Hughley. Holmes in the corner. Back to LaDeja. On the move, right side, all the way through. Pushes back out. Cantone for three. Halani missed on the shot badly. Rebound at the block to Miller. And Central State back the other way now. Phillips across the timeline. They can stretch their lead to 5 with a field goal here. Or to 6 with a field goal. You're up to 5 with the field goal here as Peterson works at top of the key. Hughley fell down defensively. Peterson back across the floor. Now they go across the floor in the corner. And looks like it'll stay with Central State. They'll have 6 to shoot the basketball. But before they do that, a timeout on the floor. 4:03 remains in the basketball game. Central State with a 44-41 lead. And we'll take a break here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Oh, long day. Really? When'd you leave? I left yesterday. Oh, smart.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Tuskegee fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Reginald Ruffin, Director of Athletics, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Back live here inside the Bacon Lewis Gymnasium. Tuskegee trailing 44-41 to the Marauders of Central State. 4:03 remains in the ball game. You take a look at the remaining schedule for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They'll have the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill on Saturday in doubleheader action from Chappie James Arena. And then on Monday, we're up in Memphis, Tennessee for the season finale against the Lady Magicians of Lamar Owens. College basketball action from up there. We'll have doubleheader coverage from there as well to close out the season. After the timeout, Bronau missed on a jump shot from out front. Cantone with a run out for Tuskegee. And then the half-court set now. Up top, Alexandria. AJ pushes across right side, Cyan. Back up top, Helani. She's on the move right side. All the way to the rack, but lost it on the inside. But it came back to her, to the glass. She missed on the shot. Jasmine's put back. She missed. She got a rebound and a whistle inside on a putback by Manuel. I think they're going to call the foul on the inside. I will go against Chrisman, I believe, on the inside for Central State. That's her third. And Jasmine at the line to shoot here for Tuskegee. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the basketball game. Tuskegee trailing 44-41. Jasmine from the free throw line missed on the first. Tuskegee from the line, 12 of 23 prior to that shot. And Jasmine for the second of two got that one to spin good for Tuskegee. Jasmine with 6 in the ball game. Tuskegee in the full court pressure. Into the backcourt, now handles for Central State. Now over to Phillips. She'll come across the timeline. LaDeja joins her there near the mid-stripe. Tuskegee trailing 44-42. On the move, Phillips at the block, and it's tapped out of bounds by LaDeja. 10 to shoot now for Central State. Diamond Phillips, the senior from Warren, Ohio, to inbound it. Tuskegee could use a stop here to get that basketball back. 3:20 remains. Bonau out front. Works it across the floor to Phillips. One-on-one inside the paint, and a blocking foul call there by LaDeja. She was not set there inside the paint, and they got her for the foul, and that'll put Phillips at the line to shoot for Central State to shoot 2 here. Phillips for the Marauders of Central State, just 3 points in the ball game. Got all 3 of hers from the free throw line. 3 of 4 shooting for her from the free throw line, with 2 coming her way here. 3:16 left. 44-41, Tuskegee trailing. Phillips missed on the first. Tuskegee could definitely use a missed shot here and get a rebound to convert on the other end. Trailed by a field goal, led by as many as 12 in this ball game. Phillips for the second. And she knocked that one down, make it 45-42. She's got 4 in the contest. Double B with it in the backcourt for Tuskegee now. She'll come across the timeline left side. Now to the middle of the floor. On a weave, gives it to Johnson. AJ up top to Halani. Halani, hard push right side to the glass, and Cantone finishes for Tuskegee. She's got 15 in the ball game for TU. Phillips back the other way. Lee behind Crispin at the block. Tuskegee never did that at all on the defensive end. Central State got all the way down to the rack, and they got an easy lay-in from Crispin. We're at 2:38 left in the ball game. It's a 47-44 lead. Jasmine to the rack, and Jasmine spins it good with the floater inside for Tuskegee. 2:27 remains. Peterson in the backcourt. Over to Phillips now. Tuskegee trailing by a point, 47-46. Phillips works it out front. Probably the biggest win of the season for Central State if they can hang on. Tuskegee trying to make it 11 in a row. Sliding right side is McCowan. Up top, Bronau with a jumper. Front of the iron. Rebound, Bobbitt for Tuskegee. Outlet pass to Double B. Boland left side for Tuskegee. Bounce pass at the block in traffic and threw it away. Trying to get it to Jasmine. That's too dangerous a pass for Jasmine to handle on the inside. And the turnover gives it back to Central State with less than 2 minutes remaining. 47-46. Phillips out front now at the block. Bronau. She'll work inside on Jasmine. Turns to the rack. Right side may have traveled, but no call. And she got a stumbling lay-in. And a timeout taken with 1:28 left. Bronau worked it right side, found her footing, and got a lay-in. That'll make it 49-46. Tuskegee trails by 3. And Coach Wester and TU take a timeout here. My, oh my. The third quarter when Tuskegee only able to register about 4 or 5 points in that quarter really allowed Central State to get back into the ball game. And right now they lead it with 1:28 left. And Tuskegee has got on this offensive set. They definitely need to score here. And they have got to find something defensively to make a stop on Central State. Central State on the offensive end of the floor, they're getting all the way inside the paint and getting some easy lay-ins toward the center. Tuskegee, after the point here, if they're able to get a field goal, going to have to contest that basketball the length of the floor and see if they can come away with a turnover there. They've had success with that in the first half, pressuring the guards out front. But the second half kind of went away from that, and they allowed that Lady Murata offense, which is larger in size, to take advantage of their height on the inside. Central State out on the floor first. And a technical foul was called on Coach Deontay Wester. My, oh my, and Peterson at the line to shoot the technical. Wasn't aware that the tech was called. They called it on Coach Wester. So she'll have 2 from the line with 1:28 left, and she got them both. And they're going to have this basketball as well. So everything coming up, aces for the Marauders there after the tech called on Coach Wester. That'll make it 51-46 with 1:28 left, and Central State with the basketball. Play set to resume now. Bigger hill to climb for Tuskegee as Nadir handles in the backcourt. Got it over to Phillips, and she'll work it out front. Left side behind the arc on the move. It's Chrisman. Jumper from there. Tried to bank it, but she missed. Rebound, LaDeja on a run out with 1:12. She'll go left side. Bounce pass across the flyer. Cyan got the lay in. That's exactly what Tuskegee needed. A quick basket there. 64 seconds left. Phillips across the timeline. Runs right into the corner. Trapped there. Tuskegee trying to get that basketball if they can. They throw it out front, and they got it over to Bronau. Less than a minute left now as Peterson handles. 51-48. Tuskegee whistles out front. Hughley with the foul. LaDeja commits the foul on Diamond Phillips, a non-shooting foul, so it'll be 11 seconds to shoot for Central State. Cyan home departs a basketball game. Bobbitt back out on the floor. Peterson to inbound it. Full 20 for Central State on the shot clock. So you can see if they can't get a turnover early in this set here. Peterson pushes out front with the pass to McCowan. Cantone guarding her. Right side they go. Chrisman with the basketball. Up top, stepping on the surface. And a whistle call there. Slipping was McCowan, but they say Alexandria Johnson forced it to the floor. So now that will send McCowan to the line to shoot. AJ picks up that foul with 36.7 seconds left. Will be a non-shooting foul instead, though. It'll be on the far side of the floor with Central State inbounding it. They lead it 51-48. 36 seconds left. It'll be Peterson to inbound it just left of their bench. Play to resume now. 20 on the shot clock. Peterson looks to the inside. Now he's got to hurry. Got it in play and a whistle on the inbound play. My, oh my. They called it on Bobbitt. And do we have another technical call? The officials coming to the sideline. Yeah, another technical called on Tuskegee. This one, I believe, called on Sine Bobbitt for Tuskegee. And my, oh my, a series of technicals here late in this ball game. Almost quailing any chance for Tuskegee to come back with it. As Chrisman from the free throw line got the first free throw, a second one coming. So Tuskegee just withered a bit here with these two technicals back to back, and Chrisman got them both here. And with 36 seconds left, they bumped their lead up to 53-48 now. And looks like Peterson going to the line here to shoot again. Have back-to-back technicals. No technical shooting here, but the basketball to Central State. Peterson coming to the line wanting more. Certainly could not have been back-to-back technicals. With 35.5 seconds left, Central State with a 53-48 lead. And right now, Tuskegee has got the scramble like they have never scrambled before with their 10-win in a row record on the line here. The Riders of Central State weathered an attack by Tuskegee early on. TU led by 12 with about 4 minutes remaining in the second half of play. Went into the locker room with the lead, but came out and had a disappointing shooting performance in the third period, allowed Central State to make up some of that ground. And then Central State just took control of the basketball game, working their bigs on the inside, and Tuskegee just did not have an answer to stop them on the inside. And their inside play led to their outside shooting for Central State, and they got both portions of their ball game in sequence. And they take a lead here with just 35 seconds left, just about to break that 10-game win streak for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. 53-48 here inside Beacon Lewis Gymnasium. Tuskegee trying to remain undefeated for the remainder of the season with just 2 ball games remaining after this, but in jeopardy of that record being broke here against the Marauders of Central State, a team that they played early on in the season and beat them handily 69-49 at Chappie James. But right now, a different story here as they're coming back to the line to shoot. What appears to have been a double technical there as Peterson got their first of the technical foul, and this is just about going to close the door here as Peterson got them both from the line. If there was ever any doubt, those technicals really made the difference in the ball game. 3 critical technical fouls called against Tuskegee University, and that will see the 10-game win record by Tuskegee go by the way here with just 35 seconds left, and Central State with the basketball. Holmes back out on the floor. Bobby.
You shouldn't have got 4 free throws. You don't get free throws. The foul, when you get 2 for the foul, you get 2 for the technical.
Inbound play to Bronau. Coach Taylor trying to understand exactly what the calls were here. And that one's tapped off of Chrisman for Central State. Fouls must have been called against the bench and Coach Wester with 30 seconds left. I guess they hit her with back-to-back. 3 teams.
The personal foul is no free throws.
It must have been another technical. With just 30 seconds left. They went back to the line, shot 2 technical fouls. Then Peterson came back to the line and shot 2 uncontested fouls. We assumed that they were technical fouls as well. There was some concern early on in that sequence as to whether there were 2 technical fouls called on Tuskegee. And it looks to be that's what the officials decided. And they gave them 2 back-to-back technical fouls, and they got them both from the line. And that pushed their lead to 55-48. Those fouls called on the far side of the floor, far from our vantage point, not able to get the officials to come over to give us an explanation about it. But right now, with 30 seconds left, Tuskegee will have the basketball. But that's a lot of work to make up with just 30 seconds left. They obviously are going to go as quickly as they can to try to get it down the floor and score. Got Trinity Layton set to check in. She's a 3-point shot specialist for Tuskegee. Holmes out on the floor, Alexandria Johnson. And it'll be Alexandria to inbound it for Tuskegee. And we'll see if they can push and go real quick here after they inbound the basketball. Central State won't defend the inbound pass. As Trinity will look to the inside. They're trying to screen it for Holmes. Up top they go to Boland. Brittany right side, got a hurry jumper right corner, missed on the shot. Rebound, Brunel down low, and she's fouled immediately. No, they go to the jump ball, and the arrow will keep it with Tuskegee. Tuskegee converged at the block on Brunel to tie her up. Layton will inbound it left of the cylinder. But the clock is definitely not an ally now. Just 23 seconds left. Trinity looking to the inside. Got to get it in play to somebody. Got it to Boland. Right back to Trinity with a jumper. She rattled it good in the corner. 20 seconds left. Peterson inbounds it. Quickly fouled on the inside. They wrap up. Cameron Nadir, the senior, and Nadir will be at the free throw line on the other end of the floor with 19 seconds left. 55-50 lead for the Marauders of Central State. Nadir, the senior, has been steady for them throughout the ball game. He's got 9 in the contest for them at the line shooting here. One of one from the free throw line, and she got the first free throw there. So Central State doing something special on their home floor here inside the Beacom Lewis Gymnasium. Knocking off the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee with just 19 seconds left. The spinner is off the mark, and a timeout taken there by Coach Wester and Tuskegee. And trailing at 56-50 now with just 19 seconds left. Not quite out of the building yet, but it'll take something close to a miracle for Tuskegee to come back in this basketball game. Central State with 10-11 overall with their record, 8-7 in the SIAC. They were predicted to finish 7th in the West. better than that in the regular season at 4th, but they are just about to have their season highlight here if they are able to keep Tuskegee down with 19 seconds left. It is senior night here at Central State and breast cancer awareness night for them as their players make it back out onto the floor. Bro now with a good second half of play for her. She played with some heavy foul trouble, had 4 early in this second half of play, but able to stay on the floor. And Layla Chrisman just coming alive from outside for them, really giving them that spark in the second half. Chrisman with 12 points, most of those coming in the second half for them. And Bro now, she's got 11. Peterson with 11. It's Tuskegee now out front. Johnson, right side, quick three-pointer by her. Alexandria misses there. Basketball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuskegee. Down to 14 seconds left. Need a quick three-pointer here on the entry pass here. Trailing at 56-50. Quick three-pointer or a quick field goal and a quick foul is the formula for Tuskegee. Layton to inbound it. Right of the center, looks out front, going to cut on the inside, Holmes to the rack and got the lay-in. That'll make it 56-52 now. Quick foul on an entry pass, and they'll get that there, though. Central State back to the free throw line on the other end. It'll be Abigail Peterson going to the line, and Peterson on the day, 7 of 8 shooting from the line for the Lady Marauders of Central State. So Tuskegee can only hope that Peterson misses with 13 seconds left. Peterson missed on the first. Central State from the line, 22 of 27. That kept them in the ball game in the first half. The work they did from the free throw line to stay close. Peterson on the second got that one to fall. And Tuskegee quickly with a timeout, 57-52 now. So the formula stays the same for Tuskegee. Quick basket and a foul. Not much else can be done other than that. Maybe get a three-point if you get a shot at it after when you come in out of the timeout. But you got so many factors weighing against you here. In the ball game that Tuskegee led by 12, just not able to keep that foot on the pedal. Eased up a bit from the field in the third period, and the Lady Marauders able to catch up there. Tuskegee back at Chappie James on Saturday against Spring Hill. But we got men's action coming your way tomorrow here from the Bickham Lewis Gymnasium when the Golden Tigers, the men, come to play against the Marauders of Central State. Golden Tigers riding high off of that win in the HBCU All-Star Challenge against Morehouse College, and an outstanding performance by Tuskegee to claim that win. After the timeout, Cantone pushes Trinity. Trinity way outside for three, missed on the shot. Holmes got a backside rebound, missed on the putback, and they try to tie it up on the inside, and it's going back the other way. Foul called in the backcourt on Cyan, and that will certainly all but do it here inside of Bickham Lewis. They'll have it in the backcourt. Non-shooting, it'll be basketball out of bounds off of Tuskegee. So Peterson to inbound it in the backcourt. And Coach Cole takes a timeout with just 5 seconds left. And her team gets a chance to celebrate a little bit early here, just a 30-second timeout as we look at the stats from this basketball game. Tuskegee, 19 of 60 shooting from the floor at 32%. 13 of 25 shooting from the free throw line at 52%. Had 17 turnovers in the ball game. They led on the boards, got a commanding rebounding lead, but the free throws for Central State, 23 of 29. That kept them in when they were not doing very well from the floor. And then they upped their field goal percentage in that second half, sitting 16 of 42 shooting from the floor at 32%. 8% and able to rally. And looks like that win streak for Tuskegee is going to come to an end at 10 here at Beacom Lewis Gymnasium. Peterson to inbound it, half court set. She'll push it in the back court. Got it there to Phillips, and she's fouled in the back court there by Alexandria. And AJ trying to just politely pick her up, but Phillips taking so many hard falls this evening in this basketball game. She's used to it. She'll get up and go to the free throw line. So AJ commits that foul, and Diamond Phillips, a large part of the reason as to why Central State is able to come back and win this basketball game. She'll be at the line shooting for Central State. Phillips finishing with just 4 points, but she had 5 assists in this ball game and 5 steals for Central State to lead them as a general on the floor. So with just 5 seconds left, Phillips got the first free throw. All academic now in terms of what the final score will be, but we know from this point the 10-game win streak for Tuskegee comes to an end here at Central State. And the second free throw is missed. And Coach Wester taking a timeout with just a few seconds left on the clock. They've got 7:40 showing on the clock. And they've taken the score off the scoreboard as well. And the crowd here, everybody pulling out their keys, rattling it toward the Tuskegee bench. Coach Taylor to my right, trying to get his players off the floor and headed toward the exits here. I don't know if we'll get a chance to get a quick word from him before their ball game tomorrow, but he's trying to get his players headed out of the arena. News not good for the Golden Tigers on the women's side here at Central State. 3.2 seconds left. And Coach Wester took that time out. But this is all about what the final score will be. 58-52. Yeah. Bowling out front, Trinity. Trinity lost her handle on it, and that'll do it. 58-52. The Lady Marauders of Central State defeat the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee in what has definitely to be deemed as the upset of the season. Tuskegee defeated this team at home 69-49, but a different result here tonight as the Lady Marauders of Central State defeat Tuskegee 58-52, and they dethrone Tuskegee's win streak. Tuskegee falls behind and they lose at 58-52. The win streak stops at 10 for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Still 2 ball games left in the regular season. They'll play on Saturday against the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill and conclude the regular season on the road at Lemoyne against the Lady Magicians. But a disappointing loss here to the Lady Marauders of Central State in the ball game here this afternoon. Coach Taylor here. Get Coach Taylor in for just a couple of words before his squad comes up here tomorrow. Tuskegee falling 58-52. Coach, you may not can you hear me at all?
I can hear you a little bit.
Okay, you as well.
All right.
So, Coach, welcome. Glad you made it safely here to Wilberforce, Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Safe travel, a little colder, but that's all good.
Yeah, you see what I came with, just this little windbreaker, so
Yeah.
had to go directly to the department store. But we are coming in here. We're on such fire from the wind out in San Francisco. We probably don't even need a jacket here in Ohio. Talk about that weekend for Tuskegee.
It's an unbelievable weekend. Once in a lifetime, brightest and biggest stage we could ever imagine playing on. As well as we played on the floor, our administration, our athletic administration in our school did an outstanding job leading up to it, just with the details and really making it. All I had to do was do my job. All the players had to do was do their job. We were insulated. They did a great job leading up to it. And our alumni and fans
they might have did a better job than we did.
No.
I tell you one thing. It was about 15 Tuskegee fans on our flight on Thursday, and once we got out there, we saw the love and them being in the stands and pretty much standing up the whole game. I thought the NBA team, Lamont Fade and his team, and Tasha Williams and Amber Scott, I thought they did an outstanding job. I get locked in on the game, but when I looked at it afterwards, the fanfare and the stuff and the game management was unbelievable. My wife said she had a wonderful time, and everybody I talked to said it was a party for 2 hours.
Well, and
I didn't know it.
You really captured it, though, in your Facebook post afterwards. I mean, you just took the time and you went through and you just thanked almost everybody you could conceivably think of in terms of thanking them for that effort. Because you're right, it was just so collective, from the NBA to both schools to the alumni to the fans out in the open. It was just a tremendous showing for HBCU sports.
Well, leading up to it and being on those calls and having A.D. Rufford and Deborah Rogers involved in those conversations, and then having Mrs. Lee from over on the other side, and Mrs. Holland and Kawana. I could tell it was so special because they kept saying how the ticket sales were going, right? And we eclipsed it by far for the amount of tickets sold for that event, and it was just an unbelievable experience.
When we got there to the arena, we walked in from the bus, walked into the locker room, and one of the refs from the NBA was saying, like, well, why you guys are so quiet? Everybody was so quiet, but our team was just good and focused.
Yeah, we did a really good job, Charles, of compartmentalizing, and making sure we would there for the basketball game. But I also wanted them to enjoy the experience. I know some teams, when they go out there, they don't want to do all the events. Career day, community service, the game is too late, Rising Stars is too far, whatever. I told them when we first got invited, we would do everything. Because I'm not going to steal those kids' experience of enjoying themselves outside of basketball. We were able to compartmentalize it. And wound up enjoying it. Career day was unbelievable. The basketball clinic was unbelievable. And I just want to say, our men and our cheers did an outstanding job. Absolutely. Our representatives in the first class, they kicked butt every time they got on the. Every time they were confident to perform, they kicked butt.
That whole day in terms of the game, when you were locked in, the players are locked in, and just commanded that floor. And then you did the classiest thing I think I've seen in a long while. With just a couple of seconds left, took a timeout to allow the rest of the players that did not get into the ballgame to be able to play.
I wanted them to run out on that floor.
Yeah, sure.
And it was a team win. And, we've been in that situation our last 6 or 7 games where we've had big leads. And but I just keep telling our guys, you guys are all down in the dumps about the 4 minutes. Let's live in the 36.
Nice call.
Let's live in the 36. We can fix the 4, but let's live in the 36. And when they made a shot, I called a timeout. I said, guys, what have we talked about? We got stops, we made shots, we made free throws, and wound up winning by 13. We've been there, and we had some tough end of the game losses. And we're an older team in a lot of ways, but we're really a young team because we got guys playing in situations. This is Kevin Sesbury's first time being in this kind of leadership role. Kasami Draper, same thing. DeAnthony Peters, the only one that's really played significant minutes, all 3 years here. Then we got we started freshman at the 4, Noah Goins. We got a JUCO point guard playing the 1. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of pictures were taken. And I got one of me hugging him after the game, which I didn't even remember doing. But, I can appreciate that because he's allowed me to coach him really hard. And he's responding, and he wants to be coached hard. He wants to be coached tough. And that's the toughest position. He plays it, and my son plays it. And I'm hard on them than probably anybody on the team. And it's a tough position. And just to, for him to, play the way he did and step up the way he did and play both ends of the floor was outstanding. And I felt like we grew up, but hey, at the end of the day, if we don't win tomorrow, it's all for naught. As far as I'm concerned, we've let so many games get away that we have to really lock in like that. And I hope that helps us, mature a little bit, and so we could, hopefully get this win tomorrow night against a very talented, well coached Central State team. And I after the game was over, I spent some time with my granddaughter, my wife, and my daughter-in-law, and I didn't go to the event on Saturday night or Sunday because I just started watching film. And
Back at it.
And then we had dinner. I said, I'll give you guys a midnight. After that, man, it's over. We can enjoy this. When you're telling your kids and grandkids down the road, you got all the videos and pictures of us, but we gotta turn the page.
Sure.
And they, and the one thing I would say, the team, we always, get a lot of kudos wherever we go from the hotel staff and people on the plane.
No doubt about that.
We're first class.
Sure.
And I've never been around a band and cheer, but it's the same thing.
Same thing. Yes, yeah.
It's the same thing, and we're located, right on with the other band, other cheer, other team. And I'd just like to say that, the student athletes and I consider band and cheers, someone student athlete,
absolutely.
Say, first class all the way. Dr. Nicholas and Coach Lund. I know Coach Lund runs a tight ship. I hate when she has to talk to me about something. She scares me. So
a little nervous.
I knew she ran a tight ship, but it was just we understood the assignment, and it started from the top down with President Brown, President Mark Brown, and AD Ruffin, and all the team.
No doubt about it. Just a tremendous showing for Tuskegee, and it was just absolutely humbling for me to just be a part of that.
I'm 57. I've been in basketball all my life, but I've never had the opportunity to be an All-Star Weekend because of playing.
Sure.
And I had a couple of these guys tell me they used to dream about being at, maybe not in that capacity. When little, you think everybody thinks they're going pro. All their parents think they're going pro, but these guys are like, Coach, like I should dream about this. And here I am playing.
Can you believe that?
This weekend in this environment, and we were a little tight early, and we were a little leg weary early, but we eventually got it together, and I felt really confident going into the game. Just how we prepared, and Kasami Draper never smiles. He's just a
even kill. That's it.
he don't. I can look at him and kind of figure out what kind of where we're gonna be.
Sure. But he turned in a wonderful performance, and so did the rest of the team, and so did you and your coaching staff.
Yeah,
great win for Tuskegee.
I got a young staff. It's a work in progress, and they're growing up daily. And we just got to continue to grow, and play. This is the time of year you need to play your best basketball. And hopefully we are. And but now I think we took another step in terms of having the confidence to finish, and we'll see what happens with that.
2 more left, regular season.
3. Yes, tomorrow, Spring Hill and Lemoyne.
Oh yeah, you're still 3. You're right. You're right. It's 3 for you. That's right. You're still on the front end.
We had to move our schedule around so much because of, and want to thank the Commissioner Holloman and all the coaches for working with all the teams that have to play in events like we just played in. It's great for the conference. Whether it's the Chris Paul Classic or Virgin Islands,
absolutely,
you can't say no to those events.
That's right.
And then you have to go and do what we did this past weekend and represent well, and it's great for the league. And there were a lot of Coach AD Ruffin kind of made a post today about I don't listen to the noise. I'm sure people were like, why are they going? And we're going because we're Tuskegee.
That's a one-word answer. That's right.
Yeah, we're Tuskegee.
That's exactly right.
And Tuskegee is the only one who could have sold that sucker out, pretty much.
It speaks for itself.
Absolutely
right.
That's it. That's
2 years prior, you don't have any numbers like that.
Yeah, like 12,000 sold, and then they let people walk into the upper bowl that was at the All-Star practice before us. People turned around, came back in, and they could get in the upper bowl. They filled the sold seats in the lower bowl and let people in the upper bowl, and it's just it's only our fans could have done that.
Sure.
But we just paved the way. I mean, when it rotates again in 4 more years, it's going to be 2 more teams.
Sure, that's right.
You know, we just want to make it get it bigger, make it grow. And when we found out we were going to be involved with it, we didn't play around. We
did it the right way.
We got on board, and our university got on board, and social media got on board. Our alumni chapters got on board, and it's an expensive trip too. You know, told these guys, imagine paying all this money out there to go see your son. Imagine if it was you.
Sure, that's right.
And you don't put your best foot forward.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know, so this was I said, you know, let you have as much fun as you want to have, but at the end of the day, it's a business trip, and you know, the guys understood and figured out and got it done.
Took care of the business end of it, and it was a great trip out.
Now it's back to the calf.
The regular business.
You're not eating $180 buffet every meal. We back to the calf.
That's right. Do your regular.
They would get 4 meals a day.
That's right.
Snacks. Like, hey,
every time I came out of the room, I was like, man, it's down to the dining hall.
And the second day, I was like, hey, I tapped out.
No,
it's like when you go on a cruise, you know, you're like, hey, I'm done. I'm out. I can't. I can't do it no more.
I know. They'll go all day long, too.
They go all day long.
Sure.
But like I told you, they got to kick out. We're back to the calf guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that calf. I like our calf.
Sure.
But, you know, eating $100 breakfasts and $200
Sure.
dinners and stuff. It's a funny thing. They sent me the menu. Said, Coach, pick out your menu. I called the lady. I said, we not paying for this, are we? She said, oh, no, you know, NBA pays for it. And she started laughing. Said, Coach, you with the NBA? I'm like, I was about to say, what are chicken wings and hamburger and hot dog?
Give me my menu, right?
Yeah. Can we go to Olive Garden and bring it in?
Sure.
Or Applebee's or something. But
different level.
I felt uncomfortable picking up the menu.
Sure.
I said, man, but we back to reality now. We back to reality, and it was good for a brief moment. And it's I don't know if Tuskegee University athletics will ever be on a bigger stage than that. And for everyone to be on board and supportive like they were was resounding, and
absolutely.
And we're thankful that and blessed that we had the opportunity to show the real face of Mother Tuskegee. Hopefully, to help enrollment and recruitment,
everything else. That's right. That was
and money and donors and all those types of things, and
that was one of the reasons it was done. You know, to put the brand out there.
Yeah,
and the brand really shined the entire time we were there.
Yeah, just seeing a smile on their faces, and you know, because they didn't talk about it much from the announcement till we got there. My guys, you know, they ain't asked me much about it because they know how I am, but they kind of stayed away from any talk about it. But and going out there, it was a long travel day for delayed flight.
Sure.
But when we got there, man, and they had that welcome reception, and they lit up,
turned things up, didn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
sure did.
They had the old man dancing out there, so you know, cutting the world. So.
Yeah, you're gonna see some videos surfacing of that.
I hope not. I hope not.
Coach.
And thanks for all you do, Charles.
Oh no, brother.
Yeah,
it's just fun. Yeah.
I felt bad. I was so excited after the game. I didn't come over and give you this interview.
I know. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
Then I saw you later. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's okay.
Got to take you home first, right,
brother? Well, you know, that's the show. You got to be at the show, man. We're always here.
And so after the game, we were on a flight today with Ernie Johnson.
Oh, really?
TNT. So the guys were great. He was great. And then, you know, James Jones from the facility.
I know.
Yeah, so we were like, hey, we need a shout out. We will, you know, we'll have our president AD on anytime you need him. And then Chris Broussard was on our bus.
Oh wow, yeah, you had stars.
So we had time to work. We had time to work.
Work them, right?
So we looking for them shout outs.
That's what comes out, right?
Yeah, we looking for them shout outs.
Well, we'll see if we get the shout outs there. Well, we'll get a shout out tomorrow with you here from Beacom Lewis Arena as you meet the Marauders of Central State. Job well done out in San Francisco and Oakland. Thank you. We'll see you here tomorrow night.
We'll play hard like we always do.
Yes, sir. Head coach Benji Taylor of the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They are coming off a phenomenal weekend with the win over Morehouse College. Unfortunately, the news not so good for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. On the women's side here from Central State. They drop at 58-52, and with the loss, They break their 10-game win streak. 2 ball games remaining for the Golden Tigers on the women's side on Saturday with Spring Hill and on Monday. And we'll see how they fare with those final 2, but Tuskegee still in first of the West of the SIAC. Men's action tomorrow here on GTSN. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, Otters of Central State. I believe, Eric, is that a 7:30 start or a 5:30 start here from Central State? We'll check that before we get off the air, but I think it's a little bit earlier tomorrow since it's just a men's contest. But we'll have the coverage for you right here on GTSN as our coverage of Golden Tigers basketball continues. We could not close this broadcast without thanking our president,
Tuskegee fans, thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Do you have it? Okay, we're back live here just to close things out here at Beacon Lewis on this day where the women fall to the Lady Marauders of Central State 58-52, and their 10-game win streak falls as a result. But 2 more games left in the regular season tomorrow here on GTSN from Beacon Lewis as Tuskegee will meet the Marauders of Central State. We'll have the coverage there. Special thanks to our president, Dr. Mark Brown, our chief operating officer and vice president of student affairs, Dr. Rolandis Rice, our athletics director and the executive director of the Golden Tigers Sports Network, athletics director Reginald Ruffin, and the deputy chief athletics director Deborah Jones-Rogers for an outstanding job over the weekend and what she does on a day-to-day basis. Marketing and communications department led by Tanya Lee, and that entire department with such a strong level of support for branding of Tuskegee University, including GTSN. Jordan Benson, our sports information director, one of the best in the nation, and to our game operations manager, Nick Brown. And a special thanks to our producer and director, Eric Tabor, always on site for our remote calls and at Chappie James Studio. And a special thanks to the TATU alum for a tremendous showing out west in Oakland for the weekend to support Tuskegee in that HBCU All-Star Challenge. You guys were absolutely the best. And a special thanks to you for listening to our coverage here on GTSN. We're back here tomorrow for more basketball on GTSN as the Golden Tigers meet the Marauders of Central State. We'll have the coverage for you. And until then, Charles Ward saying thanks so much for joining us. And this has been a production of the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Tuskegee fans, thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.